Insurance reform is really what this is. The devil's in the details, of course, of the Baucus plan and all the other ones. Our next guest says there's still a lot of fine print to work out. We're joined by Republican Congressman Michael McCaul of Texas. Congressman, thanks for being with us. And I ask everybody in Washington this question. Do you know when you think this will actually come to a head, where it will actually come to a vote, so that we can focus on the same thing? And are you worried that it will come 1,200 pages at midnight that nobody will have a chance to read?
Well, that's the way that they seem to conduct the House of Representatives. I think the Senate's trying to reach a middle court, if you will, but the only thing bipartisan about this bill is, in my view, the opposition to it right now. And I think the majority party, the Democrats, have a lot of fractures within their own party, whether it be on the Senate side, Rockefeller, Schumer wanting the public option, Baucus not wanting the public option. Speaker Nancy Pelosi announced yesterday, just as recent as yesterday, that no bill will pass the House of Representatives without a public option. Now that puts her conservatives, her blue dog Democrats, in a very, very difficult position to support any health care bill coming out of the House, much less the Republicans in the House.
Congressman, just based on this bill in and of itself, the Baucus bill, is it as close as any of the others that we've seen to being a document that people on both sides of the aisle can buy into, maybe with the exception of the public option?
I think he's trying to hit the center on this. The problem is the left is running from it, and so is the right. The idea of taking the public option out, which what he does in the bill, I think is a good thing. The idea of these co-ops, though, which are government-backed like Fannie and Freddie, could potentially pose a problem in terms of having to bail out the co-ops, just like we do with Fannie and Freddie Mae. There are also a lot of employer mandates still in this bill, which causes us some concern in the minority. In fact, the premiums per household under this bill would actually go up under the Baucus plan. So it's raising many of questions. We obviously want to come together to make health care more affordable and accessible to every American, but there's a right way to do it and a wrong way. We have some good ideas on our side of the aisle, but the majority is not sitting down at the table and listening to us.
Sir, as the Republican leadership reads the pulse of the public, do you think the Republicans will be better served if they have made a compromise possible and chipped in to change the health care system, not the welfare system, the health care system, or will they be better served for the public perceiving that they saved us from what is a disaster and the public doesn't want?
Look, Tom, over the August recess, the American people spoke very loudly, very clearly, certainly in my town halls and all across the nation, that they do not support the current version of the House bill that has the public option. If that public option or anything like it remains in the bill, I think we are honor-bound to stand up against it. And I think you're going to see Republicans doing that. If they're really, truly willing to negotiate and look at tax incentives for coverage, look at pooling risk across state lines, some good ideas out there, then I think the debate's going to change. But as long as that public option is in there, you're going to see Republicans and conservative Democrats standing up to it.
All right. Congressman Michael McCaul at the State House there in Austin, Texas, thank you so much. Appreciate it.
Thank you, Tom.
Good to see you. Well, are you eating?